took longer than usual because there was all, at every point, the support with him. So these two pictures to ensure that we tell you how close to midnight Mumbai and outside Matoshree is looking like right now. So of course many remember at this point the critics are already jumping in. That is a COVID positive Uddhav Thackeray out there in the crowds. But that's of course right now a question that is not in the mind of the Shiv Seniks at all. These four windows are to help you understand. Uddhav Thackeray wearing a mask, doing namaste, acknowledging, coming out of his vehicle, ensuring that the car does not simply just drive through the gates into Matoshree. This is a moment to acknowledge the support of these hundreds of Shiv Seniks who have gathered, showering flowers, a show of strength. Basically to also show, and what Uddhav Thackeray had also mentioned, it is the love of Shiv Seniks that does matter to them and the party. And notice how he's saying, I need to go inside and thank you, and he's, waving to them, acknowledging, expressing his gratefulness. But the Shiv Seniks aren't ready to leave. This is clearly what Uddhav Thackeray is trying to project, that the numbers may be with Eknath Shinde and maybe he's about to resign from the government. But the people, the party supporters stand with the Thackerays, and Aaditya Thackeray smile and shaking hands, acknowledging, perhaps says it all of how the Thackerays want themselves to be projected tonight, not going out as someone who will be seen as quitters or losers, that they stood for the pride of Maharashtra, pride of Shiv Sena. That's at least the image that the Thackerays would want to project, but even they know that they, in many ways, could be facing an end game for Shiv Sena, for their Mahavikas Aghadi government. Let's listen into reactions coming in.
दिल को बहुत दर्द देने वाली बात है.
बहुत दर्द देने वाली बात है. We feel heartbroken. We are extremely upset and disappointed is how the Shiv Sena MLAs and of course people who've been close to the Thackeray camp have to say right now. So what's happening? Tonight they may think they have the Shiv Senic support, but they will need the support in the assembly. And if Uddhav Thackeray do not have that support of numbers, which is, remember, has to be the majority mark, in a 288 assembly, they had managed it. Even with a lower number, they had managed the coalition with the NCP and the Congress party to form the Mahavikas Aghadi government. Despite differencing ideologies, they managed to keep the coalition together. But now it appears that the Bharatiya Janata Party, with 126, plus now according to them over 30 MLAs of Eknath Shinde, are we looking at the Thackerays on their way out while they go inside Matoshree? Or perhaps there is a strategy in place that will be discussed. So different angles here. The journalists, camera persons, supporters there meeting the Thackerays and capturing every single moment, while Aaditya Thackeray becoming the highlight on camera. Pankaj Upadhyay is joining me now. Pankaj, all I can hear is cheering and support. But this may be a show of strength, but it will not be there when they need it as a floor test in the State Assembly or as the numbers if they want to continue in power.
Yes, for now, as I was saying, Shiv Sena says that they are confident and that the Shiv Seniks, the rebel Shiv Seniks are going to return to the fold. Also, interestingly, Pooja, right now the situation is such that anything can happen because even Eknath Shinde has clearly said that he does not want to create a separate faction. He has also said that he does not want to become the chief minister. All he is saying that the various MLAs who have fought against the Congress and the NCP in areas like North Maharashtra, Vidarbha and Marathwada are finding it very, very difficult to play constructive part in their constituencies by aligning with the Congress and the NCP. And he has said that in the future, in the days ahead, the Shiv Sena, by aligning with Congress, which is majorly seen having an image of a pro-Muslim party, and the NCP, which is seen as a party of the Marathas, the Shiv Sena is going to see a massive erosion in its vote bank.
Yes.
Hence he says that going by the teachings of what Balasaheb Thackeray has given them, that is aligned with the hard Hindutva, he says the party needs to just, do away with Congress and the NCP. He says most of the MLAs are not able to understand the soft Hindutva or Shiv Sena. And now is the time, after having spent 2.5 years, now is the time really that Uddhav Thackeray needs to part ways with the Congress and the NCP. And that is also the reason, Pooja, let us understand that the Shiv Sena is going to have the maximum problems here in these areas. You know, while I was saying earlier as well that Uddhav is trying to reach out to the ranks and file, and he is garnering a lot of support in Mumbai, because Mumbai, of course, is the bastion of Shiv Sena, and here he'll get a lot of support. The problem areas, of course, are the Vidarbha, the Marathwada, and the North Maharashtra region, where the cadres also feel, yes, you know, Uddhav Thackeray, the Shiv Sena as such, which is originally the party of the great Balasaheb Thackeray, should not have aligned with the Congress and the NCP, and that interest, the larger interest, the larger, stronger Hindutva interests of the Shiv Sena are getting eroded. And that's what exactly what Eknath Shinde
I'll request you to just hold on there. Will Uddhav Thackeray speak at all? This is from visuals short while ago, before his vehicle was entering through the gate inside Matoshree. But from what I see, you know, it's very interesting if you see. Take a look of how both the father and the son are reacting. Uddhav Thackeray fairly acknowledging the support. He cannot escape the crowds around him. He has waved to them, expressed his thanks to them. But look at Aaditya Thackeray, the energy of this young Thackeray, Maharashtra minister and Sena leader, cheering, a fist, a closed fist, waving to the crowd with a victory sign, smiling as if they have won the match. So, is it something that we are missing here? What is actually happening behind the curtain? If the Thackerays are so confident, the image that they are projecting, that they appear to have won, is there something that is brewing even now? Or is this perhaps just public posturing that yes, we have the Shiv Sainik support and that's all that matters to us? The numbers don't matter.